me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. Ms. Rivers, you good? All right, this is position 20, State versus Bernard, 24 SC 005867. Ms. Bernard is here, and Ms. Bernard is, for the purposes of this plea, being represented by Ms. Bumpus, who is standing in for Ms. Cabrera. Ms. Davis is here for the state. Ms. Bernard, in just a moment, Ms. Davis is going to put you under oath and ask you some questions about you and your case. You need to answer those truthfully and completely. You should let me or Ms. Bumpus know if you have any questions of your own. Will you do that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I want to talk about representation. Ms. Cabrera was the lawyer appointed to represent you. She is, as you know, we talked about it before, in trial right next door. And she has a friend and colleague, Ms. Bumpus, who is also a lawyer, who has agreed to stand in for Ms. Cabrera as your advocate and counselor for purposes of this plea. Are you okay moving forward with Ms. Bumpus by your side?
Yes.
Great. You can ask her the same kinds of questions you'd ask Ms. Cabrera. Anything you say to Ms. Bumpus that we can't hear is private and confidential. That same privilege that you enjoy with Ms. Cabrera, you'll enjoy with Ms. Bumpus. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Let's get started.
Ms. Bernard, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony that you will give in the matter before the court shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Please state your true and correct legal name.
Tashay Bernard,
Can you spell your first name for the record?
Tyshea.
Are you at this time under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, or medication?
No.
Is there any medication that you normally take that you have not taken today?
No.
How old are you and how far have you gone in school?
I'm 26 and I graduate high school,
Which high school did you attend?
Tri-Cities.
Nice. Are you able to read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes.
Are you a United States citizen?
Yes.
Do you understand that you're charged with the following offense: theft by receiving stolen property, and Judge, the state is moving to null pros the burglary in the first degree? I'm not sure if you remember that this is a three-party co-defendant case. Mr. Martin did take responsibility for the burglary. He was actually the main person found with the items that were tied to that burglary.
Got it. And Ms. Bernard and Mr. Ross were somehow associated
vehicle.
with him. Okay. Oh, sitting in the car.
Yes.
All right.
Do you understand that you have the right to plead either guilty or not guilty to these charges? And if you plead not guilty or remain silent, you may receive a jury trial.
Yes.
Have you had enough time to speak with your lawyer, Ms. Cabrera, and Ms. Bumpus about all the facts and circumstances known to you regarding this indictment and any potential defenses?
Yes.
Do you need more time to discuss this case with your attorney?
No.
Are you satisfied with her services?
Yes.
Ms. Bumpus, do you waive formal reading of the indictment and any and all defects therein for the purposes of this plea?
Select.
Ms. Bernard, do you remember having been arrested on these charges?
Yes.
Your Honor, the state's unaware of any outstanding warrants related to this matter. Ms. Bumpus, are you aware of any outstanding warrants?
No. Excuse me.
Ms. Bernard, has your attorney advised you of the minimum and maximum sentence for the charge to which you're pleading to today?
Yes.
And I believe based on the value of the goods, it was a stolen vehicle, the maximum sentence would be 10 years.
Understand?
Do you understand that today you're entering a negotiated plea of guilty, which means the state will recommend a sentence to the court? You have to
Yes.
say it verbally.
Huh?
You have to say it verbally.
Verbally?
Yes.
Verbally.
Yes.
You have to say it out loud.
Just out loud. Whatever your answer is. You're welcome to nod your head or shake your head, but then it's yes or no, or what are you talking about? Whatever your response is, okay?
Yes.
Thank you. Oh, that was very loud.
Thank you. Do you understand the court is not required to accept the state's recommended sentence?
Yes.
Do you understand the court has a right to sentence you to the maximum possible sentence on the charge?
Yes.
Ms. Bumpus, do you know if Ms. Bernard is pleading under first offender?
She is requesting first offender treatment.
Ms. Bernard, are you asking to be treated as a first offender under the provisions of the First Offender Act?
Yes.
Have you ever pleaded guilty or no to or ever been convicted of a felony in the state of Georgia or any other jurisdiction?
No.
Have you ever been sentenced for any crime, felony or misdemeanor under the First Offender Act?
No.
Has your lawyer explained the First Offender Act to you?
Yes,
Yes.
I think so, yes.
Did she explain it to you?
What my case?
No. What happens if you plead on the first offender?
No,
What was your question?
So,
Did your lawyer explain the First Offender Act?
probation and all the time,
Mhm.
then you can say that you're not a first offender can be fake, and you can be recent. That's the morning.
okay,
Do you understand that?
yes,
You can go in trouble again.
no,
You could tell them kind of like, if you're gonna go in trouble again, just don't take it.
okay,
Do you understand that if you violate the terms of your first offender sentence or commit a new offense while on first offender probation, your first offender status could be revoked and you could be adjudicated guilty and you could be resentenced up to the maximum sentence for the charge on this indictment?
You understand, yes or
yeah,
no?
yes,
Do you understand that this plea may be used to enhance sentencing on other convictions in this jurisdiction as well as other jurisdictions, including federal courts?
yes,
I speak up.
Do you understand that if you're not a United States citizen, a guilty plea conviction will affect your immigration status and will result in deportation, just like a conviction at a trial would? That's true regardless of any advice by your attorney or anyone else.
yes,
Do you understand that by pleading guilty to a felony, if you use, receive, possess, or transport a firearm or use a firearm in a crime, you'll be guilty of a felony, which may carry a sentence from 1 to 15 years in prison?
yes,
Do you understand there may be other adverse or unfavorable consequences as a result of this guilty plea conviction, just as there would be from a conviction following trial?
yes,
For example, your guilty plea may affect the right to vote, to hold public office, to serve on a jury, to obtain a passport, to receive, possess, or transport a firearm, or the ability to obtain employment.
yes,
Do you understand that you waive any and all defenses, including any mental health defenses, by entering this guilty plea?
yes,
Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up the following rights: the right to a trial by jury,
yes,
the right to remain silent and not incriminate yourself,
yes,
the right to confront witnesses against you,
yes,
the right to the assistance of counsel hired by you or court-appointed counsel if you cannot afford an attorney at a trial of your case,
yes,
the right to the presumption of innocence,
yes,
the right to testify on your own behalf and to present other evidence,
yes,
the right to subpoena witnesses and compel the production of evidence,
yes,
the right to have the charges
Yes.
against you proved beyond a reasonable doubt,
yes,
the right to appeal if convicted of these charges after a trial.
yes,
Do you understand that you may have only a limited right to appeal this guilty plea conviction?
yes,
Do you understand that you have only 4 years from today for this felony charge to file a habeas corpus petition challenging the voluntariness of this guilty plea?
yes,
How do you plead to the charges in indictment 24 SC 005867, theft by receiving stolen property?
Mm,
What's wrong? You're not sure?
yeah, I'm not
Okay,
sure.
hold on, excuse me.
Okay.
Okay, she would like to stop for a second. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if we
Okay.
want to talk
Okay.
right here or just move on.
So we will stop. So Ms. Bernard, we only go forward if you're comfortable going forward. And it may be in the end that what you want to do, and you should talk with Ms. Bumpus about this, is enter what's called an Alford plea, which is when a defendant, someone in your situation says, Judge, I think it's in my best interest to take this deal. I don't want to go to trial, but I'm not admitting that I did all the things the state said happened. It sounds like you were there and maybe you were in a car, maybe you didn't know the car was stolen, and that might be a defense, but you also may not want to go to trial because that scares you of what could happen there. I don't know what this jury's going to do. And people enter Alford pleas, and I can accept that. It's just your way of saying it didn't go down the way the state said it went down. But I don't want
It's on a break. Can I let her answer the phone for?
Sure.
Ms. Cabrera?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
No, that's okay.
There you go. She's calling you. Go ahead. Just step.
Yeah, you guys step away from the mic and you can talk.
All right, let's talk about that. The plea hearing for Taisha Bernard started off as routine, but quickly took a more complex emotional turn, highlighting just how personal these legal proceedings can become. Miss Bernard, 26, was in court to plead guilty to theft by receiving stolen property. A second, more serious burglary charge was dropped by the state as co-defendant Mr. Martin had already taken responsibility for that offense. The facts, as explained, placed Bernard in the car with two others, one of whom was in possession of stolen items. It appeared to be a classic case of wrong place, wrong time, and that uncertainty is exactly what made the hearing so layered. At first, things were smooth. The judge, patient and personable, clarified that defense counsel Miss Bumpus was standing in for Miss Cabrera, and Bernard agreed to proceed. The state, represented by Miss Davis, outlined the negotiated plea, and the judge carefully walked Miss Bernard through all the formal rights she would be waiving. She answered affirmatively quiet but compliant, but everything shifted when it came time to formally enter her plea. When asked how she pleaded to the charge, Miss Bernard paused. "I'm not sure," she said. It was one of those moments where the room got still. Her hesitation was real, not performative. The judge immediately hit the brakes, assuring her that they'd stop everything unless she felt confident moving forward. What followed was a respectful and thoughtful explanation of the Alford plea rare but legal mechanism that allows a defendant to accept a plea deal without admitting guilt. The judge made it clear that if Bernard felt the state's version of events didn't align with what actually happened, she didn't have to sign off on it just to get it over with. "It sounds like you were there, maybe in the car, maybe you didn't know the car was stolen. That might be a defense," the judge said, validating her concerns without applying pressure. He also acknowledged the fear and unpredictability of going to trial. It was an example of judicial discretion being used with care not to coerce, but to inform. Throughout it all, Miss Bernard was quiet but clearly engaged. She was even briefly interrupted by a phone call mid-hearing, which she was permitted to step away and take. No one rushed her, no one steamrolled her. That kind of respect for a defendant's autonomy, especially when standing on the edge of a felony conviction, is exactly how the system should work. In sum, the hearing wasn't flashy or dramatic, but it was deeply human. It showed how a courtroom can function not just as a place of judgment, but as a space where people are given the room to make serious decisions with dignity and clarity. We didn't get a final plea in this clip, but we did get a rare look at what it means to pause and think and to be allowed that space without punishment. If you found this hearing insightful, consider subscribing, hitting the bell, and letting me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every one.